Kia ora runners, and welcome back to TRE. Today, I'm going to be delving deep into a topic that can revolutionise the way that you train for your next big running race. Now, we're talking about reverse periodization, a twist on traditional training methods that might just give you the edge that you need. So, let's get started. Periodization is a concept that's been around since the 1950s. Becoming a game changer after the Soviet Union's success at the Helsinki Olympics. It's all about structuring your training to ensure that you peak at the right time. But what if I told you that there was a way to flip this on its head for better results? This is where reverse periodization comes in. Now, before we jump into reverse periodization, let's take a quick look at the origins. So as I said, it was developed by the Soviets, and it was popularized by some American experts, and then it was further refined for running by the legendary Kiwi Arthur Lydiard. So what all the experts have in common is a systematic strategy to reach peak performance. Now, traditional periodization is like a pyramid. You start with a wide base of low intensity and high volume, and as you get closer to race day, you shift to high intensity and lower volume. But reverse periodization turns this pyramid upside down, and I think it's more appropriate for running races that last less than 90 minutes. Imagine starting with the tip of the pyramid, focusing on high intensity, race-specific training early on. This approach is particularly effective for shorter events, say like the 5 kilometers, where speed is king. Now, I believe reverse periodization works best if you stick to these two principles. Principle number 1, develop race-specific physiology closest to your event and work on general conditioning earlier on. So, for example, if you're training for a 5K race, then do your 5 times 1 kilometer at race pace efforts closer to the event, not 12 weeks out. Principle number 2, play to your strengths as race day approaches and target weaknesses when you're further out. So if you suck at hills and your race has hills, get working on that aspect of training right at the beginning of your training plan. Makes sense, right? But before you jump into high gear, it's important to lay the groundwork with easy cardiovascular training, especially if you don't have a history with running. This ensures that you build aerobic fitness without overloading your framework too soon, especially the muscle tendon, that tendon bone interfaces and those joints. And here's a pro tip. While it's great to include intense workouts early, they need to be done with care, considering your conditioning and experience with speed work. You see, it's all about balance. Let's talk about recovery and adaptation. High intensity workouts like VO2 max intervals require more downtime, while endurance runs allow for quicker turnarounds. Understanding this can help prevent injuries and, more importantly, burnout. Remember, every runner is unique. Your training program should reflect your individual strengths, weaknesses, and that specific race that you're aiming for. Don't fall into the one-size-fits-all trap. If your coach is giving every athlete the same plan and everyone else in the squad, even though you have different races, are doing the same thing, then bring it up with the coach. If they don't want to discuss it, well, then find a new coach. So, how do you put all of this into practice? Start by assessing where you are right now and then build your training calendar with these principles in mind. Now, if you want more help with a marathon plan, then check out this earlier vid with Coach Morgan. So get out there, earn your miles with good planning and periodization. Get strong, champion compassion, and I'll see you on the next one.